Hello, fourth graders. Welcome to another day of e-learning. Welcome to another day of some more fractions for us and another day of getting better at all of this. So today will be a lot like last Thursday, where we're going to be doing this lesson 5 problem set, and it's all about decomposing these tape diagrams or area models now into smaller numbers. Okay, so let's get started. So I am going to actually write this area model. So they began with 1/4 as the unit fraction. So let's show that. So I have 4 equal boxes of sorts that come together to make one figure, and each unit fraction is 1/4 or 1/4. Okay, and only one box is shaded, so I'm just going to go ahead and shade just one box. And today we're going to view, as I said, we're going to view these area models. We're going to view these tape diagrams a little differently. Instead of cutting vertically, so cutting from up to down, we're going to cut from left to right. Okay, or right to left, whatever you prefer, just so we can see these area models in a different way, and so we could understand, oh, hey, if we add a line, that's still the same fraction, we're just cutting it up in a different way, but it'll still represent the same number. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a line down the middle. That's what they did. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 boxes. So my unit fraction is going to be 1/8 or 1/8 for in all of these boxes. Okay, and it asked us to put 2 rows. Okay, and a row is just a line that is going from left to right. Okay, but we can't get confused over, oh, 2 rows, that means draw 2 lines. No. So 2 rows means that you need to have 2 boxes, 2 of these horizontal boxes, okay? 2 rows does not mean draw 2 lines. Okay, let's just be sure about that. Okay, and then our next step is to go ahead and fill in these number sentences. So we began with 1/4 or 1/4, and now 1/4, we know that is equal to 1/8 or 1/8 plus 1/8. Okay, or that's the same thing as what? I know. 1 plus 1 is 2, and denominator stays the same. So 1/8 plus 1/8 is 2/8 or 2/8. Remember this little funky multiplication sentences we also have to make? Essentially, all it is 2 times our unit fraction now, which is 1/8, which is 2 times 1 is 2. Drop down that denominator, which is that 8. So 2 times, why is it 2 times? Because of these 2 lines, right? Or these 2 boxes, right? 1, 2. Okay. I want you guys to try B on your own, and let's work together on C right now. Okay. So they're asking us to, actually first, let's go ahead and write the original unit fractions. And this looks like it's divided up into 3 equal pieces. So I know that each unit fraction is 1/3 or 1/3. 1/3. And my shaded region especially is just 1/3 or 1/3 because only one box is shaded. And now it's asking me that it's telling me that I need 4 rows. So I need to divide this somehow to make 4 rows. So as I said, this does not mean making sure you're going to draw 4 lines. It means making sure you're going to have 4 box figures at the end of the day, okay? So 1, 2, 3, I need to draw one more. So now I have 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Note that I only drew 3 lines to make those 4 rows. So let's write in a similar format they did up here. We know that 1/3 or 1 over 3 is now equal to how many, what's our new unit fraction? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Each box now is representing 1/12 or 1 over 12 of the main figure. So I could say I have 1/3 is equal to 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12. Okay, 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12. How can we rewrite this? Well, I know that when I add fractions, the numerator changes and the denominator stays the same. So 12 is going to stay the same, and my numerator will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/3 is equal to 4 over 12, or 4/12. And now I'm just going to go ahead and write that multiplication sentence. So now I'm going to have 1/3 is equal to 4. Why? Because I have 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, times my unit fraction, which is 1/12. Okay, and that's it. That's all we need to do for these problems. Okay, next up, we will be working on problem 2, and it's essentially the same thing. We need to prove, using area models, that these numbers are equal to each other. Okay, so more specifically, we're going to draw area models to show the decompositions represented by the number sentences below. Represent the decompositions as a sum of a unit fraction and as a multiplication sentence. So pretty much what we've just did up here, we're just working backwards now. So first off, I'm going to begin with 1/2. So here's my figure. It represents 1. If I divide that into 2, my unit fraction now is 1 over 2, or 1/2. And only one region is shaded. And now, instead of drawing vertical lines, I'm drawing horizontal lines. And I know that my unit fraction needs to be 1/6. How do I know that? Well, my denominator is 6. So I'm going to try to draw, I know that in total I'm going to need to have 3 boxes, or 6 boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I know each box represents a unit fraction of 1/6. Okay, so we could say 1/2 is equal to 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1 over 6. 1/2 is equal to, denominator staying the same, 1, 2, 3. 1/2 is equal to 3 over 6, or 3/6. And then my multiplication sentence would be what? 1/2 is equal to 3 times my unit fraction, which is 1/6. Okay, another way we can figure out these problems is by looking at the numerator. So we have 1/2 is equal to 3 over 6. So I know, since my numerator is 3, I know that I'm going to need to have 3 rows. Remember, that does not mean draw 3 lines. That means I need to have 3 rows. So here I have 3 rows, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's move on. I want you guys to try B, C, D, E, and F on your own. Let's try to figure out, explain why 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12 is the same as 1/4 or 1/4. I'm going to use my area model. Area model, essentially same thing as tape diagrams, right? But we're going to call it area models because now we're dividing horizontally as well as vertically. So I'm going to make sure, so my unit fraction is 1/4. I'm going to divide this into 4 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each now represents 1/4 or 1/4. I'm going to shade in just one region. And now it's telling me that I need to try to make this area model represent 1/12 as a unit fraction instead of 1/4. How am I going to do that? Well, I'm just going to add lines, divvy up in these boxes. Okay. And what happens when I draw all these lines? Now what would my unit fraction be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Each unit fraction now will represent 1/12. I just added vertical lines or horizontal lines to cut this figure up into more pieces. So now I can easily say 1/4 is equal to 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12. Okay, and let's do a bonus. Let's do a bonus round right now. How can we decompose this even further? This number sentence even further? Yep, we can add them together. So our denominator stays the same, and our numerator would be 1, 2, 3. We could say 1/4 is equal to 3/12, so 3/12. And super bonus round, what would our multiplication sentence be? 1/4 is equal to what times our unit fraction, which is 1/12 or 1/12? How many rows do I now have? 1, 2, 3. Exactly. So our multiplication sentence would be 1/4 or 1/4 is equal to 3 times 1/12 or 1/12.